Hey pod scientists, I'm here today to talk to you about flower pressing and plant pressing. It's one of my favorite ways to make a plant or a beautiful leaf last longer. So I have some pretty specimens here, and there are many ways to press a plant, but this one is the easiest and my favorite. And this first step is not mandatory, it's optional, but it helps you make it so that your books last a little bit longer and you don't get chlorophyll or you don't turn the pages different colors. So when you press a plant, it will ultimately dry out. No matter how bright and beautiful it is, it will ultimately fade and not be as bright and beautiful. But honestly, I find it eerily beautiful too, the way that they dry out. And often when you press a plant, it'll last longer and it'll dry out in a smoother and better pattern. Here are two four-leaf clovers. This one I didn't press, and this one I pressed. And look at, you can just see how much more uniform and beautiful it is. And this one might just start falling apart in my hands, honestly, and become a normal three-leaf clover. So, the first step, step one, is optional. Take a piece of newspaper, just put the plant between newspaper, like that. Arrange it the way you want it to be, and place it in between two heavy books to dry for 1 day. After your plant has been drying for 1 day, let me see if I can find one in here that I've already started pressing. Oops. Yes. I pressed this one in parchment paper. You can also use wax paper first. Dry it out? Yeah. So after your plant has been drying out for 1 day, usually all the chlorophyll has already evaporated out of it. You can just place it right inside a heavy book in the middle. So let me get one of these heavier books. Open this book up to the middle. It's a tense image. Put this on and put a heavier book on top. Yeah. Now I'll leave this for about 2 or 3 days and check on it. Then hopefully I'll have a nice flat plant that I can put onto my greeting card. So I have my greeting card right here. And I get out the four-leaf clover that I pressed. And so all I'm just gonna do is glue on my clover and then sign it for my family member so they know how lucky they make me feel. I'm gonna take my glue stick. I'm gonna apply it straight onto the card and then apply the plant on next. I find this much easier than applying the glue to the plant. I like this actually. It turned out pretty well. Here it is. So after you press your plants, you can turn them into bookmarks, greeting cards, art, all kinds of things. I'm curious to hear and see what you can create. Have a great day.